What's good, people? It's your boy Professor Banner, aka Hulk, also known as your grandmother's favourite journalist. Before we get into anything, make sure you're subscribed. That fucking red word down there, it says subscribe. Click it, touch it, press it, hit that. Notification bell, hit that. Like button, hit that. Share button, press that. Figure deal me. Yo, today we're getting into another controversial upload. I don't know what it is with Premiere Battles and uploading these controversial things, but it's a talking point. I've seen people talking about it on social media. Therefore, as a battle rap news platform, I thought it was only right I gave you guys a little insight into what's been going on. So, Premiere Battles have recently uploaded a tryout battle. I believe it was uploaded to their Facebook page, so go over to Premiere Battles, like it. It's Saf versus Providence. I have no idea who Saf is or where his background's from. I know of Providence from the Don't Flop 8 Your Words competitions that was happening during the last lockdown. Providence is part of TLO, which is Georgie Roots' crew. A lot of you know who Georgie Roots is now because he's coming up making a name for himself in UK battle rap. So with that being said, they done a battle and people were calling out Providence a little bit. Him and Danny Jack had a bit of back and forth about some of the stuff that Providence did in the battle and whether it was acceptable. I'm gonna let you check out some of the stuff that he said, and then we're gonna get into it.
Things that I have clocked at Saf's gaff. Rotted smells, mum likes rock and backstraps. Dad's logged in on Dad's logged in on Kafkas, desperately trying to get his universal tax back. Type of yard where you put your shoes on at the back mat, door gets tap lad, and boy, I can smell them spices coming through the cap flaps. Your family makeups like a parody rape cuz. Your whole family live in a radical state, but I don't dabble in race.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Alright, so you had a chance to check that out. Basically, it is what it is. It's battle rap. You say what you get away with. You're meant to be demeaning your opponent. You're meant to be ridiculing them. You're meant to be belittling them. We get that. I think the problem is that it wasn't really that original. It wasn't really that well crafted. And it was kind of just a bit bait, stereotypical jabs, which again, it can humor kind of, you know, casual crowds. But with people who come from a battle rap background that's been seeing this, I've seen Providence response a lot of the time, you know, talking about Luna C, saying Luna C was able to say this, etc. This one was able to say that. Things change, things do evolve. Do I personally agree with the way things have changed? Not fully. But it is what it is. We have to accept the climate that we're in, and in 2020 nowadays, doing kind of race stuff, sexuality stuff, even body shaming stuff to a certain extent, you know, sexism, all of that stuff is questionable on what you're putting it out there, how you're putting it out there, how you're marketing it, what kind of person you're trying to come across as, who you trying to sell your music to. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it can be touch and go, and I think if it's done, it's just got to be done very clever. It's just got to be done really unique and in a way that hasn't really been done that much before. But you know, a white guy battling an Asian guy putting on an Asian accent is always going to get a little bit of backlash.
So this is a first for Saf. You've never stood it this way. Bro, I've got one thing to say. Bro, fuck your parsley looking, bargee cooking, running like lady, hardly fucking passing nothing. Bloody bastard, fuck him.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Everyone puts on accents. It's not that big a deal, but yeah, some people do. Feel the need to be a bit upset about it. So my only take on it is that it just should be done better. The battle in itself, at the end of the day, let's not take away from the fact that it was a battle. Let's not talk about the incident. The battle in itself, I think Providence proved that he's a good rapper, and that, you know, I've seen him rap on beat and stuff. He is a good rapper. He's proved that he can structure things quite well. I just think that the content lacked. The content was a bit dated. It was a little bit like, oh, I've had a watch of these Don't Flop battles and now I know what style to come with. And it was kind of like, you know what, that style worked. Them kind of punches and, you know, the kind of stuff he was saying worked back then, but it just don't work well as well now. And I think with the writer that he is and the rapper that he is, he could have relied on just out rapping his opponent a bit more rather than trying to use the kind of a bit corny stereotypes. With Saf, like, I don't know, man. Like he's saying a lot. He's saying a lot. He's actually saying a lot.
If my bars go over heads, it's because I'm speaking cold.
He's one of them guys that constantly is trying to break down every bar that he's saying, and it's like sometimes you're taking away from the X factor a bit by doing that.
There's a massive difference between you and I. I'm a multi-skilled instrumentalist with the ability to spit.
Let the viewer make up their mind about what you're saying. Let them interpret it how they want to interpret it. Don't try and break down every bar that you're saying and explain it to the listener, because you're kind of wasting your time and it starts to sound a bit like a lecture, and it sounds like people are being spoke at rather than being entertained. So that's my advice for Saf. But other than that, he did have quite unique approaches. He said shit that people definitely ain't said in battles before. So yeah, he did get the win. I can understand why, but I do still feel like Providence was definitely the better rapper in the battle. Let us know what you think in the comments. Are people okay to be, you know, complaining about the accents and the race jokes and stuff in battle rap in 2020? Is that form of battle rap dead? You know, do people do that as much in URL? Is that why it's become so popular? Is the whole grind time, King of the Dot, Don't Flop, WRC era of battle rap dead with this whole PC culture, with cancel culture, with being allowed to say what not to say, with YouTube monetizing different things based on what's being said in battles, etc. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments. I've been Professor Banner, your grandmother's favorite journalist. If you ain't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit like, hit that notification bell, and I'm gonna see you on the other side.